Oh, hey,
Hey,
you right, Joe? How's it? Hey, how's it doing?
what's going on, bro? Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with David Aston. What's up, David?
What's happening, viewers? Welcome to Matrix Lord 212, and I'd just like to say to Mike Shannon and Dr. Freedom, anytime you want to talk, just as friends, you're quite welcome. And I am willing to put bygone, be Zygon. Let Zygons be Zygons, yeah.
Right. Okay. So we're going to get the review from you. See, I'm not as handsome as you are right now because I look like the last rose of summer. I had like dental work done, but you're all spiffy, like you're ready to go to a club or something, man.
You're going to be a lesbian. You become a lesbian.
No, lesbian.
Oh.
Now, what's your review of Doctor Who Twice Upon a Time?
Well, bear in mind, I was somewhat drunk by the time I watched it, so this is going to be
It's a spoiler drunken review.
It's like you know how things went from black and white into Technicolor.
Yeah.
This is going to be alcohol color.
Confused, liking or disliking.
And now in alcohol vision.
Oh.
Well, let's be honest. It was absolutely brilliant production-wise from start to finish, wasn't it?
Mm.
And I'm not going to reveal the secrets of this story, but the great thing is, I didn't feel that it was going to work. I thought it was a bit questionable at first, that this was supposed to be Capaldi's last story. You know, he was sharing center stage, if you like,
yeah,
on his special day with the first Doctor. And I have to admit, I'm wrong. It was beautifully done. I'm going to watch it again. David Bradley was, well, let's be honest, excellent. Yeah. And Mark Gatiss.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
He's a great actor, though. He really is.
Oh, yeah. Game of Thrones. Yeah, his entire list, just like Nicholas Briggs, you know, like anyone in Doctor Who, you know, Matt Smith, David Tennant, you know, they're not, anyone who said, well, he's only from Doctor Who or whatever, you know, yeah,
he's everything.
That's really underrating the people.
Mm.
And I wish I wasn't so drunk because I could remember more of it. But
I'll ask you some questions. What did you think of the redone version of the 10th Planet with the colored sets and new actor and actresses of, you know, Ben and Polly and the little regeneration energy we saw with him, and then he was going to head off while they said their goodbyes? Did you like that?
I can vaguely remember it, but
okay.
It was all exquisitely done. It was done with respect, with quality. I mean, the new Polly. Oh, fuck yeah. Damn it.
Wow.
And the thing is, if you've... do you get Doctor Who magazine?
I don't get it as frequently because they raise the price of it. It's very expensive. So I'm kind of, every now and then I get it.
Oh, by the way, viewers, I'm actually broadcasting from my flat. I've actually got the internet today.
Yes, that's right.
So yeah, well, from Doctor Who magazine, apparently they did it pitch perfect. Every step of the way it was done perfectly, frame by frame. The person who, I can't remember his name, but that's that little trailer teaser where you get William Hartnell trans.
Yes, that formed into him. Right, that was good.
That was done by someone who's actually done plenty of other stuff, and he's been commissioned. One of the many people, like the one who did the title sequence, getting actually commissioned to do it proper. That was done by step. It was done by frame. It was, you know, they did it so perfectly that it's all done by the original script.
Merges right into
it. The great thing is, they show things from the first Doctor's point of view.
Yes.
Yeah. The whole point of him, bear in mind, the whole point is that essentially he's been given a glimpse into hundreds and hundreds of years
of his future.
Spoilers of the Doctor's life.
Yeah.
And the final few minutes, when Peter Capaldi is regenerating, which you don't really see of the first Doctor. They were very respectful to that.
Yes, I like that. I like that.
And Moffat, for once, resisted the temptation to have some
thank God.
bollocky explanation, like, Clara bumping into the first Doctor as he gets the TARDIS, or, him suddenly becoming instrumental in the Doctor's childhood.
Yes.
And that bit which you've never actually seen this, but he was there when the Doctor had his first wank, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, only you, bro. Only you.
Yeah. Well, the final few moments were perfect for Capaldi. Capaldi, I mean. And, oh dear, I said his name wrong.
What did you think about Jenna Louise Coleman appearing, with Pearl Mackie and Matt Lucas?
Again, I can't exactly remember that, but interesting enough, from my recollection, so I have to admit, I think it's because I've been drunk, but really, I was actually taking out time. What happened was, I found myself in this weird place called the Death Zone, and I have this very hazy memory of this bloke in some old car and this bloke with teeth and curls and whatever, and this silvery thing that shoots all these sort of harpoons at you or whatever. Anyway, basically,
no.
it was all fleeting. They let the story breathe. And there's one great. They comment on the First World War. But again, just like all the cameo appearances, they do it in a clever, less is more.
Yeah.
Sometimes to enjoy things, you don't need to shove it down people's throats.
Yes.
Star Wars. Well, I saw that as well on Christmas Eve. I don't like this film, said Mark Hamill, who agreed to appear in the film. This isn't my Luke. And apparently they didn't let him see the script.
I guess he didn't know he was going to die either, but okay.
That's wrong fictional universe.
Yeah.
Actually, we could do a video about Last Jedi if you want to, but I am definitely going to watch this story again. And, the introduction, the ending as a newly regenerated. This is all these people making these claims that all these people claim that the 13th and first female Doctor is going to be subject to lots of sexist comments like, you can't fly the TARDIS, only woman driver. And what's the first thing she does? She basically causes it to explode, which is it's almost a repeat of it's David Tennant's regeneration.
Matt Smith, basically Matt Smith was almost thrown from the TARDIS.
Didn't you think this sort of don't you think this is true?
They copied David Tennant's regeneration.
Because the TARDIS, end of era. The console's exploding, and it's a different regeneration thing, though, isn't it?
Different angle, different thing, different control.
After claiming there's going to be, there's not going to be any. There's going to be lots of male fans claiming that the female Doctor is can't drive the TARDIS. She causes it to basically go out of control. She drives it badly. She causes it to crash almost, and she falls out of the TARDIS into the air.
Kicked out, I guess, right?
So goodbye, Doctor.
Well, here's the thing: when the Doctor first regenerates, he's not completely whole. He's not completely in his or her league of their senses. So she doesn't realize that she just destroyed the crap out of the TARDIS. And maybe it's not a good idea to have it travel somewhere while it's in pieces. So immediately she's like, let's go. And she goes to press the button. And the TARDIS is like screaming in agony because it's in pieces. So it's like, get the hell out. So in other words, it kicks her out. She's still within the hours of a regeneration cycle. Even if she falls to the ground, to be able to heal her broken bones. The TARDIS will reform itself according to her patterns because it's mixed with her ever since the Ninth Doctor put the time vortex back into the TARDIS. It's linked. with the Doctor. So the TARDIS will form according to what it believes she is, and it will appear at the end of the first episode or first couple episodes, the key glowing like it did with Matt Smith, 11th Hour, and it'll be fine.
Excellent. That's a great idea, and I really agree with it. You see, this is Doctor Who. This is the British this is one of those limey TV shows, right? And I think she's going to, what's going to happen in between, sorry, I'm not taking the piss or anything, during her 12 regeneration cycle, she's going to grow wings, right? And then they're going to fall out, like that flying bloke in the X-Men movies, you know.
I mean, really, she can't really land straight into the dirt, because then she'll probably be turned into
perhaps she's got a really big tampon. But
I mean, it has to be in the water, maybe, right? I mean, she would have to land in the water, probably.
She might just fall on the perfectly timed dick.
There goes the ratings for that one. All right.
Yeah,
wow.
But did you actually like that though? Did you? There's one line before.
Two words.
There's one line where sorry for interrupting. I'm just so hyped.
I know you're hyped.
My own internet finding only 30 quid.
People don't realize like it costs money to have this stuff. Yeah.
Well, there's one line where Peter Capaldi's Doctor does say they're probably going to get it all wrong without me.
Yeah.
And I remember that's what John Pertwee says in The Five Doctors. They'll probably get it all wrong without me. Right. Such a brilliant speech. But don't you think? I get the impression you got Bradley Walsh, don't you? You have this Muslim girl actress and that black bloke. I think it might be similar to the Third Doctor's Exile. Yeah. And here's another thing. Didn't you get the impression that the TARDIS was literally rejecting this new Doctor, almost?
No, because, again, the Doctor, like I said, he's within the certain hours of his regeneration cycle. David Tennant, when he first appeared, he made the TARDIS go faster, and he almost blew up the TARDIS when the TARDIS decided to land on Earth with Jackie, Tyler, and Mickey, and basically get out, because you're going to destroy me. You know, he could have blew the dematerialization circuit like the Master did, but the TARDIS wouldn't let him. You know, so basically, the thing I'm concerned with is that we know the TARDIS isn't going to blow up because it dematerialized.
Yeah. What
happened to all those books that flew out of the TARDIS? Because technically, those would be manuals of probably future events.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, what if somebody found those books and said, I'm going to change some stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. What if a book on... it's just like Back to the Future.
It's like
Back to the Future Part 2. Back to
they could do seasons on it. These sports almanacs flying out of the TARDIS. Yeah. People are going to be altering stuff, and you're like, what did I do? Yeah.
Yeah, something's totally innocent looking. Like
just books flying in the TARDIS, you wouldn't even think, but yes.
A book from, say, 10 years or 50 years into the future on something like, like a sports almanac on past sporting events. You could have a book.
But it could be like wars being prevented or different things.
Which is a book, which while it's actually... scientific book on past discoveries from 50 years past, to someone in the right period of time, that could be.
Or they can know they're going to get invaded and they attack first. You know? Change the history. Look at the Daleks. The Daleks changed the history in the Ninth Doctor. They erased the Great Empire, or the Fifth Great Empire or something of Earth or something. They erased that whole timeline. The Supreme Dalek did. So, I mean, time could still be changed. So we don't know what's going to happen. But I think
there been any?
Yeah.
Has there been any information that you've read about what the?
We just seen
the next
Bradley.
What the next? Joe, let me finish. Sorry. Oh dear. Sorry. Yes, young man. Well, I'm just going to ask. Is my video lagging at all?
Good. I can hear you.
Has any information come out about what might possibly be in the next series? Because I get the impression it might be some sort of exile type thing.
The only thing is that she's in a junkyard with the guy Bradley Walsh, and she has like these bags. I don't know what she's picking up. Maybe she's picking up pieces from the TARDIS. Maybe someone's. I think Hayden told me that he's going to be sort of a younger version type of Wilf type of strong character for her.
Oh, that'd be
Hayden
fun.
thinks that they're going to kill off one of the companions flat out, like next year. Shows a different ball game.
I do remember there's one scene in the story where all these bubbles with images from all the Doctor's past, speeches, Peter Davison. That's the bit when the first Doctor got perhaps not a good idea, sort of a glimpse of his future. But the thing is, even if you get a glimpse of the future, the more further it is in the future, the more impossible it is for you to comprehend what it is. I mean, if it's 50, somebody, like say somebody from 1973, glimpse in news, say somebody from 1973 or 1990, say somebody from 50 years ago finds themselves in today's world just for a few minutes, they're not going to be able to understand everything they see, And, oh God, what do you think, right, how do you think, what was your impression of this, as a story?
Well, let me ask you a question about the images. I just want to talk about that quick.
Are you sure I'm not lagging because you keep interrupting me before I finished? Oh, so you've just been rude.
No, I want to talk about the years you said he saw of his future.
Go, ask me any question.
The years that he saw of his future, he has 2,000 years or 1,800 years. How could he remember all that anyway? That's like, he has a long lifespan. He never knew he was going to have that type of lifespan. The first Doctor. He's beyond his regeneration limit. He don't know that.
Oh.
So just think about that. He's probably the oldest Time Lord,
could you repeat that again? Because that's one thing I don't remember. So he's actually older than he realised.
He doesn't. The first Doctor never knew he's going to be like the oldest Time Lord.
Yeah.
He's like over 2,000 years old. So and he's over the regeneration limit, but he don't know that. And even if it's erased, he won't retain it.
Did it say in the episode how old the first Doctor was at that point in his life?
No. But Capaldi did say that he stopped drinking. The last time he drank was like when he was 1,500 years old or something.
Yeah, there's actually a theory, isn't there? That Joe, that just reminded me, Joe. There's a theory that the first Doctor isn't the first Doctor of his first regeneration cycle, but his second, isn't it?
Nah, it's not.
Do you think that's true, or do you think that's just a load of bollocks?
That's nonsense.
That's bollocks.
Yep.
No, fuck it, then.
Yeah, continue. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
How well do you think they have? Yeah, they. See, I can't. I wish I hadn't been so drunk. I do apologise for you.
That's all right.
How well, in your view, this is actually good because I've now turned it into me asking you questions.
That's good.
How well do you think they handled the final, the departure of I can't remember. Who's the
Clara
black girl?
and Bill
who's the black girl? I forgot now.
Bill Potts.
How? This is their final story, was it?
I'm not happy that it's not really Bill. It's the memories of Bill.
That's true.
So,
how did
again, that's Bill from the far future.
It wasn't Bill at all.
It was, first of all, she's still alive because they took her from the future when she actually dies. So she's supposed to show up at the TARDIS doorstep back in time for tea, she said, with Heather.
You have to explain this because it's confusion. It is Bill, but it's from the future when she dies.
Okay. Basically, testimony was created in the year 5 billion. Remember, from New York, whatever, from New Earth.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So they plucked her from
New
time.
New York is a hell of a town.
They plucked her from her time stream when she dies, But
I'd
she didn't
put
die
vinegar.
now. She dies
Yeah.
in the future. She dies
Ah.
somehow. So
Oh.
of course she's not going to remember how she dies. They only let her retain the memory of when she was with
Yeah,
the
but it
doctor.
hasn't happened yet. So she's still alive.
She's still gonna.
Yeah.
She could appear with the 13th Doctor. Yeah.
Is she still looking for her lover?
She's with Heather. She's supposed to come back to the TARDIS. That's the whole point. She's supposed to come back. That's why they said she may appear with Jodie Whittaker this season or next season.
What about the bold bloke? Yeah,
Matt Lucas. Well, at some point in time, he dies too. We don't know when.
No.
But they're all just memories.
Why can't they just give us straightforward bloody answers?
And Clara does return to Gallifrey, and then she does face Raven. So he got his memories back at Clara. That's good.
She returned to Gallifrey to face the Raven. Why? I thought she was dead already.
No, what happened was he plucked her from the Raven out of time in Gallifrey at the end of Hellbent. Remember? They pulled her out of time, and then she went traveling in that diner TARDIS with the Shilda. And she
I'll stick for fucking coffee.
Yeah. It's a Lord.
I'm starting to get annoyed. So they'll kill off Luke Skywalker in a crappy way, but they can't kill off. I mean, the creator of Game of Thrones. Has this great speech. There's this sort of thing that he said about characters. If you're going to kill off a character, have the balls to just. Just do it. Stop bullshitting about.
Yeah. I mean, I just would have wished it would have been the genuine articles, not just copies that he said goodbye to. But we got that already with Amy Pond that time.
Mark Gatiss' character, who he turns out to be, is a rather nice twist, wasn't it?
I agree. Yeah. I really like that. So it makes you wonder what's going to happen with Unit. Which, they're going to have Unit as the focus in Series 11.
Well, who do you think Bradley Walsh is going to play then? Is he going to be a chauvinist pig? Because, men are pigs, aren't you? Men.
No. I don't know. Who's he going to be? Maybe he's just going to be a junkyard guy. I don't know.
Oh. But he's going to be mysterious, isn't he? Perhaps he could be another Time Lord.
I mean, I hope he's mysterious. I mean, but then again, she's going to have like 4 or 5 companions, so...
He could be a Time Lord, just like the one in Tale of the Autons, checking up on the Doctor.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to do that. I think they're staying away from Gallifrey and Time Lords for like
Too
years.
Expensive.
I think they backed themselves into a corner. He don't want to tread on what Moffat did, and he don't want to really explain it.
He's going to have a fucking quiz show in the graveyard, isn't he?
Yeah, you need a checklist about what did Moffat do with this one? What did Moffat do with that one? Okay, can't go there. Damn it! Yeah, it's like
How many sort of little how much nods to the past was there apart from those bubbly things?
The whole point when he says, I'm going to spank your bottom, that was a reference to Susan.
I beg your pardon? You're going to spank my what? What?
Even the guy...
Joe, I never knew you had feelings like... I know I'm bisexual, but I'm not that inclined.
The Dalek invasion of Earth, he said that to his granddaughter. But he would never say that to a companion or anybody stranger.
Oh, yeah. Newsflash, Joe, Matrix Lord, has just offered to spank my bottom.
No.
Yeah.
And Barbara made a reference that the TARDIS needed some spring cleaning.
Yes.
But the first Doctor never said to anybody to clean the TARDIS, ever.
That's what I read in Doctor Who magazine. Well, of course he's happy to see you. The TARDIS needs spring cleaning.
And also, the first Doctor never drank, because according to the Gunslingers, he says he doesn't drink. So Moffat just made that up that he drinks.
Well, to be fair, there was that scene in the Christmas thing where he was toasting to people.
Oh. Well.
I remember years and years ago, back in the 1990s, Doctor Who magazine actually did an article where they listed all the times that the Doctor had drank or eaten, like the second Doctor with Shock Eye getting really pissed.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they showed their Doctor drink. They showed the third.
Styles is when the third Doctor had the wine cellar.
They showed the third Doctor drinking the Green Death when Joe Grant left. He's like, you know, I'm like, wow, all right. And Tom Baker, they had him drinking too. They showed him.
But did you get a feeling that this story, apart from being the end of an era for Capaldi, of course, was also the end of an era for, you know, all the male doctors in a strange sense?
No, I mean, I felt that for a Christmas special, it was good. You know, if you don't pick at it and you just watch to have fun, you'll enjoy it. You know, Of course, there's going to be stuff in there that's going to bother some people and, like, might bother us if we really know how the first Doctor is. And to me, that wasn't the way the first Doctor acted. You know, he wasn't like they try. I don't like the fact that you got to knock one Doctor down to raise another Doctor, like to make up some stuff about the first Doctor that's not true, just to show how far he's gone. Or just then write better and just don't do that. Because he didn't do any of that stuff. So, again, I would have done a different thing rather than that. You know, he didn't drink. They lied about that. He didn't do any of that stuff. You know,
Again, in Doctor Who magazine, sorry for interrupting, Joe, there's actually a fantastic article with the lady who did the... Yeah, isn't it interesting how... Verity Lambert, first Doctor Who producer. The person actually created the original Cyberman was female as well. There's actually an article with the costume designer on how they put together all the, you know, first Doctor's clothes. And apparently some of that was bloody difficult. I get the feeling with the first Doctor in this story, at least, they're sort of presenting a 21st century interpretation of it. Yeah.
Ultimately, what would you rate it?
Yeah. Not as bad as killing off Snoke in Last Jedi.
I rated it 8.5.
What the fuck was that about? I didn't see that coming.
Neither did I. Sorry.
Dear God. In one video on YouTube, they say, you know, the Star Wars franchise is dead. Anyway, back to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how I can quickly go back and forth between things?
I tend to do that too.
What did you think of Ben's interpretation?
It wasn't really long enough to make an accurate assumption, I guess. I mean, he's just so fast, you blink, he's gone.
I look Polly. I
mean, she's good. I mean, but again, I would like to see... I think Mark Gatiss suggested that David Bradley reshoot the missing episodes and refilm them, and that is a great idea, actually.
Fucking brilliant. Well, interesting. Yeah, here's the strange thing. There's actually a series of Big Finish audios featuring David Bradley and the other cast members from the Mark Gatiss, the ones who played the original TARDIS crew in that time and space adventure thing.
Adventure in Space and Time, yeah.
Big Finish have done a whole series of stories with that.
He should have continued that. He should have showed Patrick Troughton's life. He should have showed, you know, John Pertwee. He should have do each Doctor every year. That should have been like a special thing that everybody would watch for Christmas. That could be the Christmas special. You could have every year he does a Doctor. If they don't do Christmas specials.
I thought that'd be perfect. That would be. They should have done that. Big Finish have done, like I said, all the actors in that thing, they've done actual stories of the first Doctor. So I'm just like the 8th Doctor, you know, how that on YouTube, that got like several million views, didn't it? I mean, you'd think by now the BBC would have taken the hint. They could do an 8th Doctor story. I mean, an 8th Doctor series.
Such a missed opportunity.
That would, I guarantee you, that'd be that'd be a huge success. And they could do the first thing with the first Doctor. And you're right. I think people would love to see those stories redone.
I would definitely watch all of it.
Oh yeah,
100%. Like, because I mean, yeah,
you wouldn't see it as sacrilege. How dare they remake these episodes?
I mean, the thing is, if it's a missing episode, I could say okay. If they did an Adventure in Space and Time documentary thing like they did with with Mark Gatiss with William Hartnell. Yes, I could see that. If they did the Eighth Doctor's Adventures, well, we never really had the Eighth Doctor's Adventures. We only had the one, and then the minisode. So I would be all for the Eighth Doctor having a Netflix original special or something.
Technically, you're correct and you're wrong, because Big Finish, yet again, have essentially been doing Eighth Doctor things. You've got the Dark Eyes, and they're actually...
Well, that's the only thing that's canon. They're
actually doing the Time War now. They're actually doing the Time War, and those... there's actually a box set of Eighth Doctor Time War. They've done the War Doctor, and guess what? They've got Sir Derek Jacobi back as the Master to do... Yes. Yeah. So really, anything that the BBC don't do, Big Finish do. But
I think the only thing that's canon with Big Finish is the Eighth Doctor, because we didn't see him.
Yeah.
But they've already they already had stuff where they kind of canceled out stuff they did with the other Doctors, so they can't really, that's the biggest problem. Is
why don't you think I mean, there's an audience clearly for both Paul McGann and David Bradley as the first Doctor. It would be, I mean, David Bradley as the first Doctor would be a perfect way, if they did a whole series of missing stories, like you said, would be a perfect way to boost the profile of William Hartnell's. And why do you think, Joe, that with the popularity of Paul McGann and David Bradley that they had, why don't the BBC just actually do a series?
Well, that's someone was talking to me who lives where you do, and they were like, "Oh, you don't know how the BBC works. They don't have money for this." And why not? Why don't they just divert money instead of doing these new stupid shows? Put another budget towards a new Doctor Who thing, and get rid of this garbage or this other stuff. I mean, as it is, when they do have a hit, they don't know what to do with it. I mean, they kind of caused problems for Top Gear for that thing to go out the window, and then those guys are on Netflix making millions of dollars each in the Grand Tour. So, I mean, and then the Bake Off, they sold that and they lost that, right? So, I mean, Doctor Who is the only thing that's probably makes them the most money, so they should treat it like, gold. But they don't.
It is rather baffling, he said, as he ignored what Joe was saying and messed about with his hat. No, but it just seems my hat needs to be cleaned. See, I wear this hat for years because this is all Sylvester McCoy's fault. It just seemed rather strange. I mean, Paul McGann, ladies online love him. David Bradley, they love him. Instead of some bullshit class crap spin-off.
Well, that I agree, yeah.
Have a past Doctor come back. And it wouldn't necessarily have to be a series. It could be a mini series, or they could do specials. They could have, choose a missing story. Any first Doctor missing story that you love.
Marco Polo.
Yeah, Marco Polo. That's the one I was trying to remember. Thanks, Joe. I forgot again. They could do that as a special. And that would be wonderful. It would be, like I said, it would do wonders for William Hartnell's Doctor. It would thrill fans new and old. And I guarantee you, David Bradley, of course, since they've done the Big Finish stories with that cast who did the original crew, TARDIS crew, that they'd already have worked together, so it would be a formality, more or less. The only difference is they'd be just doing it on camera.
I think it's politics. I think Chibnall has the right to say no Doctor Who stuff, only his, because he doesn't want anything to be better or anything that's going to distract away from his Doctor.
Oh, fucking hell. It's just, maybe because they're a bunch of
But that makes sense.
cheapskates.
That makes sense, though. I mean, he wants his Doctor to shine. He wants his Doctor. That's what they're promoting anyway, the new Doctor, not like,
If this was fucking America, I guarantee you, if they offered, if they asked, if they went to HBO or somebody, I guarantee you they would say, yeah, we'd love it. Yeah, if they say they went to
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix or HBO and said, would you like to do a co-production to make this story featuring David Bradley, who has been recently as the first Doctor, would you like to co-fund it? I guarantee you they would fall over themselves.
Absolutely. They should do a 8-Doctor, Netflix, 14, 15 episodes a year. You can get, bang out like 5 seasons, boom. Even David Bradley, get some stuff under there, maybe missing adventures, not missing episodes, adventures you never heard of. Maybe they could transform Big Finish stories into actual episodes.
What's that bloody noise? That banging noise?
I don't know.
Knock, knock. You should have knocked 3 times. Shit, here we go again.
Or 4 times.
Oh, I loved that when we were trying to figure out who was knocking. Those are good times, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I'm serious. I'm not picking favourites anymore. I'd love to do something with Mark Shannon, yourself, and even Dr. Freedom, and even his wife, metaphorically, and easy.
The main thing is you're back. You're back. You're healthy, right? I mean, you're alive. That's the main thing. Yeah.
I'm not actually alive. I'm from the future. Oh, no. Yeah, but it's rather disappointing they don't do. I mean, I can't understand why they don't do a spin-off, of a past Doctor, It's, they brought Star Trek back. Where's CBS for their online service have actually done a Star Trek series? You don't like it then?
Oh, no.
Oh. I haven't actually watched it, but from what I've read, there's this black cadet who's in prison or something. So nothing stereotypical about black people in prison there.
It's not your average or even typical Star Trek thing. It's completely done by people who just don't get it. People that don't get people that don't get the Klingons, people that don't get the Vulcans, people that don't get Starfleet. They're just doing stuff, and you're like, what? No, it's not.
I see.
It's kind of like a cold heart of the Star Trek universe, the darkness of the Star Trek universe. It's like there's no feeling, there's no enjoyment from it. It's just like blah and depression. I don't know. It's weird.
It's just like Star Wars. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. It just feels like
that was
people
garbage.
who don't understand it. People who don't understand or even care how it will naturally follow on from the previous ones while being fresh, which I can understand. So, in other words, it's shit.
Luke wouldn't kill his student in his sleep. That's it. Ever.
Oh, God. According to him, he didn't know how his character, Luke, was going to end up.
That's just ridiculous. But I don't even want to talk. Let's just stick with Doctor Who.
People expect everybody expected him to be back swinging the lightsaber, and he doesn't do anything hardly.
It's the guy that's the director. He just has his mentality, and he just wants new guys to be over and destroy these guys. But anyway, Doctor Who. We're gonna find out. I guess supposedly they finished a block of filming, which is what, 3 episodes maybe. I'm not sure entirely. Yvonne was telling me that. So we have to find out. Supposedly it's still on, I guess, for August or September.
Here's an idea.
But then we heard a rumor it's delayed. I don't know.
Do you think it's possible that just like with Capaldi's first story, which was ages ago, I mean, he's aged dramatically, Capaldi, isn't he, since...
Well, they haven't had Doctor Who every year. He had a year off, kind of.
Do you think we could possibly have another telephone thing where Capaldi rings up Jodie Whittaker?
No. Never.
Not even Skype with her?
No. Yeah, he basically said that he first he said he would do a multi-doctor thing, then he said he's never going to do it. So whatever is going on that they wanted to kick him out, he's not coming back right now. They kind of disrespected Peter Capaldi. So you see all the nice and the happy and the everybody loves everybody. No, they forced him out. He would have been the Doctor for 10 years, and it was bad experience in that sense. And
they forced who out?
Well, Capaldi, he was.
Did they?
Yeah, because remember how Moffat's like, oh, he's going to stay past me, and he could work with Chibnall, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm going to be the Doctor for another so many years, and then all of a sudden 2 days later it's like, yeah, I'm leaving. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean, dude?
Oh, well, where did you get this from?
This was all over the news. This was all over the thing. Yeah, it's like one day he's like this, 2 days later it's like, yeah, I'm leaving Doctor Who. So it's like, wow.
What was the real reason for Capaldi leaving? Because
that pressure with the BBC, the BBC, they wanted a new Doctor.
God. Do you think they wanted? Why did they want him out then?
I don't know.
Did they want to put a female Doctor in as soon as possible?
Well, that's Chibnall, first of all. Chibnall wanted the female Doctor, from what I understand. But that might be okay, though. I mean, that's, as long as they don't get ridiculous and they make men look stupid, then I'm fine with it. I mean, if you're going to have guys acting like total idiots and she's superior, then that's going to be garbage. I mean,
I have no idea I have no idea what we're going to get, but the one thing I loved was when, she was clearly happy, but she'd become a woman, but she didn't make too much comment on it. I thought that was rather nice.
She just thought it was a brilliant thing that the regeneration chose a woman. She didn't choose it. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But she said, oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant idea. Meaning, okay, I never was a woman before. Okay.
There was a suggestion, actually, I've read in Doctor Who magazine, or from, I think it's actually in the letters page, where they suggest that the reason we've hardly seen female doctors because Time Lords regenerate into a female is a bit of a rarity or something. Do you agree with that? Or?
They did state that even the general had said that, oh, I'm back to normal. Well, if that's not normal, then that means that it doesn't happen often that they switch sex. So,
there's an audio called Exile where it's actually implied that any time a Time Lord regenerates into a woman is if they commit suicide.
I don't know. That's
being married to one would make you want to commit suicide.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So, out of 10, what would you give Doctor
8.5.
8.5. And why isn't it a 9 or 10?
It's not a 9 because I don't agree with the first Doctor's portrayal. It's not a 9.5 because I don't agree with testimony. I don't really like them as a whatever. And it's not a 10 because I don't like the story. I mean, the story is just not... It's a Christmas thing, but it's not like, it's just... I mean, it's fun, it's Christmassy, but there's stuff in there like Murray Gold. He's a music composer, and they don't make him compose. It's like I don't get it. If he's on the payroll and he's there and he wants to make regeneration original pieces, then let him make the music. I mean, I don't get it. And Moffat, it's just.
Hang on, I thought he did the music for all Doctor Who now.
But he did. But he had. There was an original thing for the 9th, the 10th. But Matt Smith had Infinite Possibilities, which was taken from Rings of Akatan. And then Capaldi had stuff taken from all Murray Gold's thing. But I'm talking, why can't we have... like Russell T. Davies is like, I'm going to have this piece that's going to knock everything out, whatever. And then it was like the greatest regeneration song ever, But why don't Moffat just let him compose? It's like too much micromanaging, I think.
So Murray Gold didn't compose anything in this story?
He rehashed some of his stuff.
You mean doing new stuff?
He kind of used stuff from previous seasons, and it's like, all right.
Yeah.
But I wanted the actual Clara. I wanted the actual Bill, the actual Nardole. Yeah. I wanted the first Doctor to act normal. I'm perfectly fine with Mark Gatiss' character. I'm kind of thinking it's a little ridiculous that Rusty's there for billions of years, killing billions of Daleks with a ray gun. I don't get it. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. That they could have just blew up the planet. I don't know. So
what the Daleks were in it again?
Yeah.
See, Doctor Who needs to really do something new. It's always
Daleks. There's a contract. They can't.
For God's sake.
They gotta have them or else they'll lose them. They gotta show them or they'll lose them.
They have to. So they have to. How much do they have to show them? Because they have to do it once
It could
a year.
be seconds, but they, no matter what, they have to show them. They have to name them. It could be seconds.
God,
It could
that's
be minutes.
egotistical, isn't it?
They had to appear because the length of time from the Christmas special to the first episode is more than a year.
Oh, shit.
So they have to appear every year. So in other words, the time from the Doctor Falls until the time of the first episode is like a year and a half. So they had to appear in the Christmas special, and then they have to appear with Jodie Whittaker, even if she finds like a dead Dalek, and she's like, "Oh, that's a Dalek," and then okay, that's it. They just have to appear.
The 11th Doctor did that anyway. He came across a dying Dalek.
That's why in the Wedding River song, yes, they just have, even in Waters of Mars, they have to appear.
Yeah. So the best comparison is basically the whole what's that film called? What's that? Fantastic Five? No, not Fantastic. The Fantastic Four. The film company that made that last film had to do it as soon as possible, otherwise they would have lost the rights or whatever.
But now they sold it, so now Disney has it.
And it was crap.
Yeah, but Disney has it now. We're good. We got it back.
That you can tell how shit it was, because one scene, the woman in that film is wearing one wig, and the next she's wearing a different coloured one.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think the TARDIS is going to look like?
Pardon?
Color of the TARDIS inside. TARDIS interior. TARDIS interior. What do you think the TARDIS is going to look like for Jodie Whittaker? 13 Doctors TARDIS. What do you think it's going to look like?
Well,
and don't say no pink curtains and yeah.
I think it's going to look like, hopefully, in my dreams of dreams.
Are they going to make it like a couch?
A Victoria's Secret shop, hopefully. I don't know. Do you think they're going to go for something like, say, totally out there, like the 11th Doctor's, first console thing, or do you think they're going to go for something more
Eighth Doctor retro? 8th Doctor bigness, like the size of the 8th Doctor's TARDIS in the television movie. Like, I think they're going to have like couches. It's going to be like sort of like a large sitting area, like almost like Friends. Or coupling, they're gonna have like a large thing, and then right there's the console. It's gonna be some weird thing, probably.
I think there's a You know how I was talking
almost like
about,
a coffee shop.
Yeah. Coffee shop.
I mean, it might look like a coffee, like a modernized Starbucks in the TARDIS. Whatever.
Coffee talk. Coffee shop. I think
Dr. Evil has Starbucks. But
Joe, how I was talking about perhaps they're doing a sort of exile type thing. Do you think it's possible that they might do what they did with John Pertwee's Doctor and not actually have the TARDIS half the time?
No, I would hate that.
Just have the TARDIS console.
They want to do new stuff. They would want to go backwards. So I don't think.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna get the TARDIS back, but I think that there's gonna be an overwhelming threat or a plot or something that's gonna happen.
Perhaps. So what? Yeah. You said they were going to a junkyard or something.
Well, I mean, what is she looking for in the junkyard? Is she looking for the stuff that dropped out of the TARDIS, or
maybe the TARDIS itself? Maybe this time, instead of coming back together over by the end of the episode, maybe the sort of plot is that she has to sort of
put it back together
over the series type thing.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, that'd be a good way to sort of create a dramatic sort of.
But how could you have Doctor Who without like traveling through time? That's kind of. I mean, we had it with John Pertwee, but I mean, it's like
Tom Baker. They used the time ring. There was a few stories during his first season when he was traveling through a transmat or so forth. Yeah.
Yep.
Perhaps it'll be. I don't know. Perhaps she's going to be driving around in a convertible.
Betsy?
A convertible Bessie for women drivers or something.
You got Kate Stewart's going to be back as a unit. Osgood too, and.
Yeah. See, that's the one bizarre thing about. Oh God, it's like Lady Vastra and stuff. You got these great female characters that you could see having a spin-off, Lady Vastra would have been perfect for that. Or you could see them as becoming a sort of modern-day eunuch thing. They never did that with Kate. And it would be interesting, wouldn't it, if they had Kate Stewart. See, Big Finish do it. So I can't understand. I mean, she's, Sir Derek Jacobi is appearing in the Unit series with Kate Stewart. So I can't understand why they can't. I mean, it'd be perfect timing to have, not entirely female, because that.
You know what you could do with Vastra series? If you did that, you could have, if you did a series with the Paternoster gang with Vastra, Jenny, and Strax, you could have that whole plot that we never seen about when Vastra first appeared. She was purely evil, and she had that thing with the 11th Doctor, and he, whatever he went through with her, and then she had to pay a price or penance, and he had to drop her and whatever, and then he saved Jenny.
Yeah.
You could actually have Matt Smith appear as the 11th Doctor in like a Paternoster thing, showing flashbacks or episodes of the past where she's a companion of him, because she knew the TARDIS. She knew the TARDIS, so she traveled with him, obviously, Vastra.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I don't want to see is yet another boring Doctor Who family, because that's been done to death. We need something totally fresh. We had Rose's family and then Martha's family. I really hope Bradley Walsh and the others aren't going to be some bullshit, family thing, where she's stuck on Earth.
It's characterizations, it's like, all right, dude.
And why can't we have an alien companion? A proper
I
alien.
don't know. You could ask Chibnall that, yeah.
Yeah. Why can't we have sort of like chameleon? Or, here's an idea, why don't we have a sort of Jamie McCrimmon or Victoria character from the Earth's past?
Scott wants that. I know Scott wants that.
Or two characters who are from both Earth, but from different time periods.
You could.
Like Stephen Taylor or whatever,
They could. They could do anything.
Yeah.
But will they do it? I don't know.
I can't wait. I'm really pumped for it.
You got 10 months, buddy. A long wait, so might as well watch other things.
Oh, crap. How long
10 months. 10 months. Almost a year. You're going to be a year older almost.
I thought they'd bring Doctor Who back in 2018.
Yeah, the end of 2018. Like August, September.
August the 10th. Oh,
August or September.
When do you think, here's a good question for you. What would be the best time in your view? What would be the best time of year and time of day, UK-wise?
April. When they did it in April, it was perfect. When 11th Doctor.
What sort of time of day? Saturday at what time?
I don't know for you guys what the height of the ratings are with the day.
You limeys.
I know that when you have a finale in May or June, that kind of signifies when school ends too for us. So that's what you do. You would have something start in April and you have it end in either May or June. And that's what the perfect time to air it. I mean, if you're going to air it in the summer when everybody's on vacation, that's kind of stupid too.
Yeah,
you can't air it at the wrong time. So April is perfect, but there's no way they're not ready for April. That's for sure.
How much do you think the women's lib angle is going to feature in it?
Like 75%.
Crap. I'm a new
burgeoning
feminist, but I'll be honest, I don't really want it to be so. I'd rather have the plot and the character breathe. I mean, that's important.
I just want it to be Doctor Who, man. I don't want it to be no SJW nonsense. Just be Doctor Who and stop getting busy with that stuff.
Precisely. And I think you'll agree, Joe, regardless if this new Doctor was male or female, the first series of a new Doctor is incredibly vital. You have to get it right. They kind of screwed up with Capaldi in some respects, don't they?
If the ratings drop with her, they're in trouble. They're in serious trouble. So they better put their That's what I said. Make her face the kitchen sink, man. It's an old expression. Throw everything at her but the kitchen sink. Throw that too. Meaning have her face everybody. Boom. Right out the gates. Show her off.
The new TARDIS is going to be a kitchen sink.
Daleks, everybody. Hey, this is who the Doctor is. She's great. But if you're going to have new guys and then people not catching on, you need to throw stuff at her, man.
Yeah, it has to be said. History has shown that, oh God, I was watching Time in Irani last week or so, and one thing that really made me pissed off were all these people claiming, it was well scheduled, we don't know what went wrong. They put it opposite Coronation Street back in '87. This is when Sylvester McCoy was introduced as the 7th Doctor. They put it opposite Coronation Street. That was getting 15 to 20 million viewers every single week at the time. And they weren't treating it with respect.
Oh, no.
And they were sort of doing the same thing during Capaldi's period. They can, if they want to, protect and safeguard this commodity, which it is, a franchise, you can't fuck about. Look what it's done with Star Wars. Look what it's done with Star Trek. Not everyone's a big Doctor Who fan. Your biggest chunk of the viewing cake, if you like, is regular viewers.
The biggest thing is you should ride the wave. You got the momentum, you got the trending. Oh, this is the Doctor. Now you're going to go silent for 10 months. So you're going to have to do whatever you can to get all these people back that whatever they did for 10 months. So that's why I say, if you're a new showrunner, you got to put something in there that's going to be huge, that she's going to go up against, because it's not going to work if they did what they did with Capaldi. Like, you're going to have a puddle monster or wood lice or like stupid crap, new villains, or like, it's ridiculous. So, please, let's just, creatures under the ice. I mean, it's like, let's just throw stuff at that we're a little bit familiar with. You want to get the old audience back. You want to get the new audience back, a mixture of both. You don't want to poop on any of the fans. You want everybody to join in.
You want to poop on them.
No, you want everybody to join in as one big happy Whovian community enjoying Doctor Who. You don't want to signal out any of the fans. You don't want to say they're wrong, they're this. No. Come and join us for the 13 Doctors Adventures. Yeah. That's it. No SJW nonsense. No this nonsense. She's just a doctor. That's it.
Don't you think, though, 10 months gap, don't you think that's a little bit too much?
That's a lot.
Wouldn't it, here's my idea, I was just thinking of, wouldn't it make more sense to have first have Jodie Whittaker's a special premiere, like we do in America, 2-hour special introducing Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, and then have several other specials across those 10 months, say every few months, keeping her in the audience memory, and then you have the full series. And what this means is you've done it in such a way that you've kept people aware of her. You've used each story to get them familiar with the Doctor.
Right.
So like like Peter Davison, the way his first story he did was Forward to Doomsday, but his first broadcast story was Castlevania that he did later in the season, and the result was that his first story, his Doctor was fully formed. He was acting it really well. So if they have a big 2-hour premiere and then several other sort of movie type things, and you keep the Doctor, you build the Doctor's publicity. Yeah.
If I were doing it, I would air the first 4 episodes in April. The whole month of April, 4 episodes. Yeah. Okay? You lengthen the season count to 14 episodes. So in other words, you give them 4, and the other 10 you get in August. Okay?
Shit.
And then you get 14 episodes, and then you also give them a Christmas special, which will be 15 episodes. Okay?
Yeah.
Because doing it that way, you don't make them wait too long. It's only a couple months. You'll put out maybe a teaser in January, another teaser in February, a trailer in March. You pop that sucker out in April, 4 episodes. Then you don't give them a new trailer until like a month or two later. You space it out.
Yeah.
You space it out. And then you get them interested in it the whole damn year.
Yeah.
Even if there's missing episodes that they find, you put it in the gaps, in between time, the Doctor Who's not on the air.
And you treat it as though it's important. This is a huge money. This is a huge money spinner for the BBC. They need to treat it like it is.
It's a business.
Just leaving it vacant for 10 months, to me, just seems like, oh, we'll just do it when we feel like. No, well, viewers are very, very ungrateful little shits. They'll go to... All it takes is 1 or 2 brand new big, TV shows, and that's it. Doctor Who's audience will be dwindled.
It's the biggest business marketing show that's been on the longest on TV, science fiction. They need to promote it as a business, as a marketing strategy. You need to have a plan in place. You need to give something to everybody. Like you have the advent calendar in December, you need to have it every month. Hey, January, released a missing episode. In February, you get a teaser. In March, you get a trailer. In April, you get 4 episodes. And then you space it out. And then people will be grateful because they don't have to wait all that time.
I think my idea is better than yours.
That's fine.
But I think it would be better to have a 2-hour premiere, then have several TV movies.
I'm not talking TV movies. I'm actually.
And the idea works both ways. 1, you build up the rapport with the audience. 2, by the time you actually have her first full season, Jodie Whittaker's already established more or less. Yeah. So you don't leave it at all. You don't sort of treat it like, oh well, it's Doctor Who, it's guaranteed. Don't take that attitude. Treat it like. It doesn't make it any difference how popular it is. You put everything, like you said, throw the whole kitchen sink at it. You treat it like it's so fucking, short of pulling guns out and say, "What's this fucking thing, motherfucker?"
But the point of doing the 4 episodes is also a test. Yeah. Because you get to see while they're filming the other 10, did people go over her well? Did they like her? What do they need to change? So having a 4 episode, her first 4 episodes, no TV movie, no special. I'm talking the first 4 episodes. If you put that out, then you can judge by the ratings. You can look at her. What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong?
Yeah.
And while they're filming, maybe they can decide for the next season what to do differently or whatever. But you need to see what the audience identifies with. Are they liking her? Do they like her outfit? Do they like her personality? What's going on?
Yeah, and schedule it properly. Don't just shove it anywhere. Don't put it, before after some crappy
dance show or some shit. Crap or whatever.
Yeah. Actually treat it like the jewel in your TV crown, because I guarantee you, Americans do not give a fuck about the other British TV shows. Doctor Who is a high-profile money spinner and has been for over 30 plus 50 years since perhaps not the 60s, but definitely since the 1980s. And I think it needs to stop acting like it's got some snobbery towards science fiction.
They need to get some marketing people in there and know how they're doing. And they need a composer, because right now they don't have a composer.
They don't have a composer
I don't think so.
Has Murray Gold left?
Left. No. Well, would you stay? I wouldn't stay if they're not giving me anything to do.
You see, the thing is, if they don't do it properly, Jodie Whittaker's either going to be bitched and moaned at by feminists or whatever.
Well, supposedly she's locked for 2 years, supposedly.
Pardon?
She's locked for 2 seasons.
So
she's not going to regenerate in 1 year, that's for sure.
Oh, that does imply they have confidence in her.
Well, I think that's what they usually do with everybody. They don't make it like, you know, they give them at least 2 years. And then they get extensions.
Yeah, I think that they must, well, three things they shouldn't do. Presume just because she's female that viewers are going to stick, that viewers are going to give her a chance. You know, her being female is going to be a big boost. But like any novelty, it's going to wear off eventually. You know, the proof is in the pudding. They need to schedule it properly. They need to have, like you say, proper publicity and, you know, be strategic in how they do the episodes. You know, and use this as an opportunity to literally relaunch it, you know, really sort of revitalize it.
I mean, Doctor Who here is dead. They're not putting anything out. It's going on clearance. All these places that were carrying Doctor Who are not carrying it anymore. They're making it's horrible. It's dying. No, but right now it's dying. They're not putting anything out. It's like dead. By the time Doctor Who starts, are they going to revitalize it or are they going to just leave it dead? Yeah. And that's bad.
I don't think they take. I still think that, you know, the BBC are small-minded when it comes to their shows, but Doctor Who isn't a small show.
Yeah,
it's like Star Trek or Star Wars or The Walking Dead. It is fucking. They've never appreciated it.
Huge,
and that's what I have to say.
All right, that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
All right, take care. Bye for now.